Maverick Sabre, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Gather, it's your birthday today.
It is my birthday, yeah. I've been congested at the minute, so it's a congested birthday, you know.
Few drinks later,
yeah, of course.
Drops of whiskey.
Couple of drinks later, you know, and it's beautiful surrounding, you know. I've got a couple of friends and families, my sister's birthday over there as well, so yeah, it should be quite good.
Great stuff. I mean, earlier in the year, February, you released Lonely the Brave, After the Brave. What was the concept behind the whole album?
You know what, there wasn't any one specific concept. It was written over a numerous amount of years, you know. And for me, I wanted a title to sum up the feeling and emotion I felt was on the album, and I always wanted to write music that was very universal, that anyone could connect to, you know, no matter what age, what background you come from. That all had a similar soulful kind of tone within it, and I'm not talking about soul as in specifically the genre. I mean, you know, what I put into it and my vulnerability within that, you know, something for people to connect to and understand and warm to. And I feel like the title "Lonely the Brave" fitted that and fitted the feeling that I wanted to put through that and through the album, the message through the album. You know, everyone has to be brave to get through loneliness, and everyone's lonely at some point in their life, you know. And I feel like there's an element of that in each song, you know, whatever subject or issue I'm talking about, whether it be within my own life or whether it be in just the people in the world around me that inspire me, you know. So that's kind of where the whole concept for the album came about, really.
We're here in the Renaissance Hotel for the launch of Our Life Live programme. What is it all about, and how did you become involved?
Well, it's all about acts and musicians playing in hotels. You know, and this is the launch of it in Europe. And they asked me to come down and perform, and I've been in this hotel once before. I had the pleasure of being in here last year for the Mobile nomination, so I thought, you know, playing in here would be brilliant. So nice setting.
And throughout your career, you've had a lot of people comparing you to Amy Winehouse and that. How much has that how did the late Amy Winehouse have on your sound?
I wouldn't say it was a major influence, but I'm definitely was a massive fan of her music. Still am a massive fan. And I think she captured something that I'm trying to put across, which was a very vulnerable soulfulness. And I don't mean just specifically the genre of soul and that sound. I mean within what she spoke about and within her voice, there was something that I feel like everybody could connect with, because I felt like she was being very real to herself. You know, and for me, with music like that, that's music that connects. Like Bob Marley captured that, Bob Dylan captured that, Tupac Shakur captured that. So many, Richie Havens captured that, do you understand what I mean? There's so many different acts over time that captured that, and I think that's music that will always stand the test of time, and that's music that you'll connect with, and when you play to your kids in 50 years time, they'll connect with it as well. You know, like my dad played me Bob Dylan when I was 8, and I can connect with it now, and he connected with it when he was my age, you understand what I mean? So Amy was definitely another one of them artists that had an influence. I wouldn't say massive, major influence, but definitely was an influence. She's a legend. You know, she created fantastic music.
What track are you most proud of?
I think there's quite a couple. I think probably the song "I Used to Have It All" off the album, because for me it was something at a point where I was able to capture two elements of who I was, and able to blend them quite well into one track, where I had the start, which is overall the song is quite a soulful kind of ballad, but within the second verse I was able to, production wise and singing style, was able to add a more kind of hip hop influence into it, where it kind of sped up quite a lot with my lyrical delivery in the second verse, and I was able to get across a lot more points, you know, and a lot more of a message in the second verse, because I had obviously more space to say it. And for me, it just captured the message of what I wanted in the song, across perfectly for me at the time of what I wanted to do.
Yeah, no, superb. So originally from Wexford in Ireland, when you were very young, moving to Stoke Newington, what are the things you miss about back home in Ireland, let's say?
Potato crisps, Kerrygold butter. No, but yeah, in Ireland there's a sense of community and warmth that I think in big cities you don't get, especially London.
Yeah.
You know, but luckily I'm lucky enough to have a lot of my close friends over here are lads I grew up with back home that moved over for jobs and that, so still got that element in there. But yeah, there's definitely the sense of kind of warmth and community that you don't get so much in London that you'd miss from back home.
Cool. How do you think your music's evolving, and what direction are you looking to go in the future?
You know what, I'm not looking really to go in any direction. I'm looking just to progress, and I think even with this summer, with me and my band playing more and more consistently all the time, the music's progressing kind of by itself. Even the songs that we've already created that I've done on the album, they're even progressing, with the way we play in the shows now. And obviously I'm listening to a lot more music, so for me my voice is progressing because I'm trying out new things, I'm trying to better it all the time, and lyrically I'm experiencing more in life, and as anybody grows, even if you're not a musician, you grow and you learn and you kind of progress as a person, hopefully, rather than regress. So hopefully for me, within me progressing as a person, hopefully I'm learning more and I'm able to adapt that into my music as well and be able to put that across and for the music that I put out.
You've collaborated, I don't know, the Chipmunk, the Script, Wretch, 3-2, etc.
Yeah.
Who, on your wish list would you have for future projects?
That's a hard one. Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Alicia Keys. Love to do something with a female vocalist, specifically from that kind of soulful genre like Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. So they're the ones that really stand out. I'd love to do something with more Irish MCs as well, because that's the background that I came from. So I'd like to kind of bring them in a bit as well, to kind of mix with my sound as well. So.
What are you listening to, the iPod?
Listening to a lot of reggae at the minute. I'm listening to Richie Haven. I'm massively into the Woodstock original DVD at the minute, so that's kind of my main listening. I'm into a lot of UK hip hop, Irish hip hop, and kind of quite a lot of soul music at the minute.
Good stuff. Well, thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you.
If for someone that hasn't quite grasped you yet, what 3 tracks that you've done in the past would say, right, this sums up Maverick Sabre?
I Need, which is a song about me growing up in Ireland at a point when I was about 16 or 17, and I kind of felt kind of stuck in a rut mentally and didn't really know what to do in life. A song called I Used to Have It All, which is about always having a glossy view of the world when you're a child, and then growing up and gaining more knowledge about the world around you, people around you, and realising that a lot of the stuff you've been taught to think about people in the world is totally skew and the people in power who are supposed to be looking after you and educating you and looking after your well-being economically and socially and politically, taking and abusing the power. And I think a song called Sometimes, which is a song about me growing up between London and Ireland and being born in Hackney and raised in Ireland and being back and forth. And my confusion as a young man, as a teenager, growing up not really knowing who I was, and kind of being mixed between that and kind of finding myself within music.
Great stuff, thanks a lot. And anything to say to Music News viewers?
Keep listening to music, keep educating yourself. Knowledge is power, keep positive, and move forward with love and leave negativity yesterday, right?
Brilliant. Maverick, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.